Good afternoon. As the student body president, I've had the privilege of seeing how much talent lives on this campus. But today I get to introduce someone who perfectly encaptures the spirit of UW-Whitewater. When Sabrina Wolf arrived here from New Lisbon, she wasn't sure what path to take. But then a professor asked her a question that changed her life. I won't spoil the question, but I will tell you, she's been chasing her passion ever since. Sabrina's hard work has earned her some incredible recognition. As a Fisher Scholar, she mentored fellow students in the geography lab, and her research on forests was so impressive it earned her a scholarship from NASA. Whether working as an RA, serving on the Chancellor's Student Advisory Council, or practicing sign language, Sabrina has proven that it is okay to change your mind to find your purpose. She reminds us that our Warhawk family spirit is our greatest strength. Today, she graduates ready for a career in conservation, environmental science, and mapping. Please join me in welcoming a true force of nature, Sabrina Wolf.
Thank you, Doug. Very kind words. Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2026. Four years ago, I would have never pictured my life looking the way it does today. I'd like to take you on a little journey through my college career, because let's be honest with ourselves. None of us want to sit here and listen to a string of well wishes you're going to hear 100 times today. So instead, I'm going to share with you what tornadoes have taught me. Freshman year, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I came to school as a business undecided major, trying to experiment, find my footing, get involved, and see what stuck. And that's my first takeaway. Stay open-minded. You never know where a single choice might lead. For me, it was a random geography class to fulfill a lab credit. You know the drill, scrolling through the course catalog, looking for something, anything, that sounds remotely interesting. That's when I met Dr. John Fry. He pitched the idea of a travel study trip focused on severe weather forecasting and verification, which is a really fancy way of saying, hey, want to go storm chasing? Having seen the movie Twister, I was terrified. But the more I learned about Earth systems, the atmosphere, and weather patterns, the more curious I became. I did what any self-respecting freshman would do. I called my mom. She encouraged me to go for it and explore my horizons because that's what your youth is for. So I went. Each morning on the trip, we'd huddle over weather models and radar, trying to predict where the right ingredients would come together to produce storms. Storm chasing is kind of like baking a cake. If you forget the baking powder or the sugar, it does not turn out so well. When we had our first chase and we saw our first storm, my jaw dropped. To describe it very scientifically, it was awesome. Just like those storms, success in our lives depends on the right ingredients coming together at the right time. Our education, experiences, interpersonal skills, networks, the friendships that started by saying, hey, what's your name, in class, and all of our small daily choices, as simple as a kind word or a smile. It's these moments, accumulated over time, that put you in the right position when it matters most. We didn't see a tornado on that first storm chasing trip, and that disappointed me. Sometimes when you expect one thing, it's so easy to block out all the other experiences that happened. I learned so much about storm structure and how to chase safely. I learned that I loved problem solving and the interdisciplinary aspects of severe weather. Who knew? I also learned that I take way too many pictures of clouds. After that trip, I switched my major to environmental science. I stayed involved with DECA, revived the American Sign Language Club, grew in my faith, played intramurals, worked as a resident assistant, and even studied abroad. I list all of these things because they're not related at all. And that's the point. I used to tell myself I was not a science or math person and would never go anywhere near that world. And yet, here I am, an environmental scientist. Just because you have a degree in one field does not mean that you're locked into a single path for the next 50 years. People grow, people change, and doors are going to open in directions you never anticipated. My storm chasing trip gave me a foundation, and I wanted to go deeper. So, just like Twister, I had to make a sequel. I designed an undergraduate research project around a second chasing expedition. This time, we chased 2 tornadoes. Here's something nerdy and fascinating. Storms have to break through a layer of warm air called the cap. That cap is like a lid that holds everything back until the storm has enough energy to break free. Once a storm breaks through that cap, it doesn't just stop. It gathers strength. It keeps building until it hits the stratosphere and spreads out. So when people say the sky's the limit, they're not just speaking metaphorically. For storms, it's literally true. I think that maps directly onto our lives. We will be presented with moments where we must break through our own caps or challenges. Doubt, fear, and uncertainty are barriers that can hold us back. But grit, perseverance, and our community are what give us the energy to break through them. My own path took a turn I never expected, sparked by a single strange conversation. I wasn't sure if it was right for me, but I took the leap. And let me be honest, sometimes that leap felt like I was throwing myself into the tornado. There are countless decisions and even more unknowns. Yet, I had enough ingredients come together so that moment was possible. It shaped who I am in ways I never could have planned. So here I stand. I've done a few things, earned my degree, seen a few tornadoes, and in the grand scheme of it all, I still don't know very much. But what I've learned is this: success isn't just about what you know, but who's cheering you on, the times you keep going when it feels impossible, and most importantly, the little moments that you seize. As we move forward in our careers and in our lives, let's remember that every experience, every challenge, every chance encounter is part of our storm. When the right ingredients come together, you will find yourself soaring higher than ever imagined. Congratulations again, and remember, the sky is the limit.